Okay, so this is interesting. As we know that SNAP benefits did affect a lot of people during the shutdown. I'm not going to say who was entirely responsible. We're just going to say it's going to be both sides because something could have been done and else could have been done, whatever the case may be. Either way, SNAP benefits and amongst of other people's jobs and such were affected during the government shutdown. But now that the shutdown has been lifted, healthcare is still where it was previously. SNAP benefits are now back and up. But something interesting is taking place, apparently, and this could have been the Republicans' scheme to once again continue the wave of taking people out of certain things that don't need to be there. Hence, with the whole Doge thing, probably doing the same with this because there was and here I go talking about it because apparently the Democrats kept saying that the Trump administration had the funds in order to keep SNAP going. They just don't want to give it to them and stuff like that. So that was one of their big things that they were trying to push. Now, with the SNAP benefits being put back on, whether this is true or not, this is just my assumption. And, just something that came to my mind. It could be one of two things. Well, the situation is that with the SNAP benefits, if you had SNAP and you lost it during the government shutdown and are trying to get SNAP back, you have to reapply. It's either the reapplication was a must and that had to happen anyways, or they are now beginning their implications of this, whatever was in the big, beautiful bill in regards to receiving SNAP benefits. And when you're getting these type of government type aids, you need to meet certain requirements. So first, let's go ahead and hear from two individuals. We got one individual that was in an unfortunate situation. Well, not unfortunate situation, but I guess a self-inflicted situation. And we have another one that's kind of in a self-inflicted situation, depending on who you talk to. But at the end of the day, he has, I guess, more on the line that's been a concern. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Shutdown and the new eligibility requirements for food assistance benefits.
Well, if you are what the government calls able-bodied, you could lose access to SNAP. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar telling us what those requirements are and brings us reaction tonight.
Government officials say if you are 18 to 65 years old, you don't have a disability, you don't live with kids under the age of 14, and you don't work at least 20 hours a week, you'll likely lose your SNAP benefits. Some people on SNAP tell me they don't know if they'll have enough money to afford groceries.
That's some bull.
Nelson Scott is on the verge of losing access to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. He is 38, not disabled, doesn't have any kids, doesn't go to school, and doesn't have a job. Those are just some of the reasons.
That sounds like somebody that's been dependent on the system, but I'm sure they're going to tell his story. Let's go ahead and hear what he got.
He is no longer eligible for SNAP benefits.
How much did SNAP help you?
It helped me a lot. I get $292 a month.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture crackdown is led by President Trump, who signed the One Big Beautiful Bill into law in July. The government shutdown stalled the November 1st deadline for implementation. However, these changes are still coming up.
We help.
Signe Anderson is a senior director of nutrition advocacy with the Tennessee Justice Center.
Because of rules like this, we can see individuals that are going to be forced to skip meals.
She points out senior citizens and children between the age of 15 and 18 will be most impacted. Rick Williams is a conservative political analyst.
A 15 or 16-year-old can take care of themselves at home while you go work. There's no reason you can't be working. There are plenty of jobs out there.
Scott tells me as a convicted felon, getting a job isn't easy.
I will get one if y'all give me one. Y'all be felony friendly and hire us.
The Tennessee Department of Human Services still hasn't answered me when the new changes will be implemented. We will keep you updated if we hear back.
That's when you saw that you have to reapply.
Yeah, it's just like basically they're just making it harder and harder, just more of a tug and a tug of being able to receive these benefits. Every 6 months, we already got to do a recertification. They're requesting more and more documents, making it harder and harder. If your kids' shot records are not up to date, they're just finding any reason to be able to take it, be able to have it. It's supposed to be something as a supplement for the families to be able to have.
When we last spoke with him, he was working at Wendy's and taking on extra work as a delivery driver to support him and his 6 children.
6 kids. 6 kids. This is something to really consider, which a lot of people don't. 6 kids is a lot. 6 kids are expensive. 6 kids require you to actually be doing something. In this day and age, you have to be more than working at McDonald's or some fast food restaurant. If you're going to support 6 kids, you're in your 20s, you're not a child. But again, this is that lack of education and having people strive for more. I don't know what his upbringing was, but for you to have 6 kids, clearly they weren't teaching you a lot of stuff. I'm just saying, that's personally me. Y'all let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. Let's keep going.
He unfortunately lost his job at Wendy's and is now relying on delivery driving until he can find another job.
I just have to keep it pushing. I've been applying different other places of employment and just have to continue in the meantime.
While he's trying to keep a positive attitude, he knows that it will likely be an uphill battle reapplying for SNAP while he's looking for another job.
I'm not working and I'm in a 2-parent household, so it's just like, how soon am I going to get another job, or how soon am I going to basically make another turn? I'm doing ride share, but that's not considered W-2 employment. The government would not count that as employment to be able to make me eligible to receive SNAP. So it's just a bunch of different challenges that we're going to face, and we just have to be able to be ready for it as it comes.
And this is in Jacksonville, Florida, y'all. And this is the problem. This is the problem that we have. This is the problem that we have, and this is the prime example of what it is that we're talking about. SNAP benefits and government benefits has been around for a long time. Back in the day, there was a lot of white people that was on it. Mainly white people that was on it. There was some black people that was on it. Now we see a lot of black people that's on it. There's probably still a lot of white people that's on it as well. White women that's on it. But at the end of the day, it's not even just women. It's women and men that's on these SNAP benefits for their families. In that perspective, if you're working at Wendy's, you can do better than that. And this is for me speaking as a man. If Wendy's was the only thing that I can do right now, then sure. But there's a level of grinding that needs to happen in order for you to get to that point. There's a whole bunch of sacrifice. You sat down and laid with this woman and you had 6 kids. After the second one, you probably should have realized that this was going to cost a lot of money. Yet for some reason, you're still here working at McDonald's, working at a fast food restaurant. Something has to click to where you have to do more. I don't know if you were depending on the government in order to take care of these kids. You were getting these SNAP benefits before, so there was your means of getting food, so you didn't have to go and reach for more. But you kind of have to do that now. And I think that's kind of the mindset that the, I guess, Republican Party or just conservative mindset is that you have to do. Don't rely on the government. You have to do for your family what it is that you need to do. And now you are behind the game, and now you're going to end up struggling. Your family's going to end up struggling. I'm not going to sit here and put a whole bunch of blame on you, but at the end of the day, we make decisions. We have to be accountable for them at the end of the day. Because things could change on a drop of a dime, as we see. So now the question is, are you going to have enough? The situations happen in my situation, like I am right now, at the drop of a dime, and our living situation switched up. But I'm doing what I need to in order to progress so that I can take care of my family as I need to. Now, in regards to the individual that had the felony charge, again, life decision messed you up. I don't understand how, and I get the fact you got a felony. A lot of jobs are not hiring individuals with felonies. There are programs out there. There are methods for you to be able to find some type of work, some type of affiliation with those that also have felonies and charges and all that stuff where it's hard to work. These things exist and they're out there because there are plenty of men out in this world, I don't know where exactly, that have felonies and that are working and that are either doing good or they're able to live comfortably because of their decisions moving forward. I don't know what you've been doing during this time frame, but you have nothing. You have no responsibilities besides yourself. So I'm confused. That's what's been said, at least. So with that being said, my only rebuttal to his situation is that we gotta do better. Same thing. We got to do better. Get yourself in a better situation. I know you have a phone. I know you have a phone. Everybody has a phone. Even broke people have phones somehow. And if you're receiving SNAP benefits, I'm positive that you have a phone. Do what it is that you need to. Find the resources. Stop being dependent on the government. Again, being dependent on the government is only supposed to be temporary. It's supposed to get you into a better situation. I don't know how long you've been on SNAP benefits, but we have social media. We have groups. There are groups. All these things exist. There are so many programs for so many people that doesn't require you to just be receiving stuff, but to help aid you in doing better. Join these type of things. This is stuff that I'm saying now. Is it available in all areas? I'm not 100% sure. The guy with the felony was in Nashville. The one with the kids was in Jacksonville, Florida, or Mississippi. I can't remember which one. But at the end of the day, both black individuals, both have unfortunate situations, but it seems like both of them were relying too much on government assistance for too long, to where now it's possible that it's going to be taken away and they don't know what they're going to do. So again, educating those that are behind us, educating those that still have a chance, educating those that seem hopeless, that there are ways. You hear plenty of times of those that had felonies. You have plenty of times of those that were dead broke, that had absolutely nothing. And then somebody gave them a chance, or there was an opportunity that came up and they took it, and they didn't just sit on their behind just waiting for the handout. They went and they got, and they went to go get it. Tell me that's not true. Can you say, oh, that's not going to be everybody? Well, be that individual that's being part of that statistic now, because it's possible. It's possible, and it's out there, guys. I don't know, but that's all I got for y'all. Y'all let me know in the conversation, in the comment section, which I feel about the whole SNAP thing. This is all stuff that I kind of foreseen coming. Any type of government assistance, they're gonna throw in the whole able-bodied thing. It started out with Kentucky with Senator Sanders. With Senator Sanders, I'm pretty sure she started this whole thing when she was mentioning that they had a program where it came to insurances and health insurance, and they're doing the whole able-bodied stuff. You either have to be working, you have to be in school, or you have to have some type of hours in voluntary work in order to receive the insurance benefits, because you can't just be sitting around not doing anything and benefiting off of taxpayer dollars. I think that's fair. And again, just like everything else that's happening with the Trump administration, is going to be messy at first, but I think a lot of this stuff needed to be necessary. Things are going to get worse before they get better. But when they get better and people start to really lock in and start doing stuff legally for themselves, the world will be a better place in some areas, in a lot of areas, honestly. But again, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.